All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 26 of the EE PowerTalk. My name is Daddy Blessing.
Episode 26 of the EE PowerTalk. My name is Elvis. Welcome to a new session.
Yo, Maze. It's a good day. We are here. We are happy to see you guys.
Thank you for 3,500 followers plus.
Yo.
Subscribers,
Within a month.
Watu wa YouTube wanaitangwa subscribers.
Subscribers.
Followers.
Those are real ones now. Because they have intentionally looked for the episodes, the channel, they have subscribed, and they have watched and shared, by the way.
Of course.
The rate at which people are sharing, it's quite amazing.
It's really amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Tutasema nini ila kushukuru.
Tunakuja na mbubujiko wa shukran katika libo na mbwembwe.
Amina.
So today we are talking about the differences between employment and freelancing. And also we're going to talk about some pros of both and cons of both.
Of course.
Personally having experienced both worlds and lived the experience. First things first, the fact that we talk about skills, freelancing and all that is not an outright way of fighting the people that are in employment.
Yeah, of course.
You can still have a very successful career in employment.
Yeah, true. By the way, you can have a successful career in employment. We are not saying that it's wrong for you to be in employment.
Yes.
We are only saying that there is another option.
Exactly.
If employment is not your thing.
Exactly.
And especially for Gen Zs. Unajua kuna Gen Zs wanasema, bro, me I can only work 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
There is something for you.
Sure. The funny thing is that when we are talking even about skills and all that, we give examples with people who are running big companies in Kenya. They are employed. Like the CEOs we share about.
Yes.
The Safaricom CEO, EABL CEO. All those people are in employment.
But I think for employment, there's a thing I normally tell people.
Yes.
That for you to be that person who is earning a certain amount of money.
Yes.
And be a highly paid employee.
Yeah.
There is something that you're doing unique than other people.
Exactly.
Unakuta kuna mzee anagongwa 1 million in a company.
Yeah.
Then kuna mtu wangiri 30.
Yes.
What's the main difference?
And that's why we are saying we are not demonizing employment in general.
Yes.
It's only the value that you're offering in that employment and what it's bringing you in return. Now, personally, I have experience in being employed. A 9 to 5 per se, kwa sababu tukisema 9 to 5 generally tunamaanisha unaingia asubuhi unatoka jioni. You have no free time for yourself.
The funny, there was someone who was telling me ati wasewa 8 to 5. This one is not in a harsh way. Naona venye mbuzi zinatoka zitaenda zinakula alafu au jioni zinarudi kwa nyumba. And then I mean it was a comparison but I didn't like it. But nikasema it's harsh. It's a harsh reality. To like think about employment in that sense. But at the end of the day, again, we're not saying that employment is bad.
Maybe to add on that, with that analogy of mbuzi, na yenye imenona sana ndio huwa inachinjwa December. What do I mean by this? The most hardworking person is often the one who is fired most of the time. Mwenye anaingianga time yenye anataka huyo tu ako tu sawa. Afutangwi. The funny thing is those people who don't really care in employment afutangwi haraka.
And those people who know organizational politics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siasa za office. By the way, that's very important. People have to know how to deal with office politics. Mtu nasikia mtu akisema I'm not interested in politics, I'm like, okay, you guy.
There are a lot of office politics. Me hata sitakangi kuongea about those office politics.
Yes.
Because I've seen them firsthand.
Yes.
Mzee ameajiriwa 10 years.
Yes.
Kuna mzee mwingine anaingia 2 years anaanza tu kujuana na huyu nini.
Ujanja.
There are people who also get employed and all you have to do is spread your you give a piece of something and then you get a piece of something.
Omzegede is omzigidi.
I hate that approach, by the way, because it tarnishes your spirit.
The funny thing is I talked about that in one of my personal videos. Anything you get with your pants down, you'll have to maintain it with your pants down.
Of course.
Ukipata kama umetoa suruali, to maintain it itabidi ukae suruali ikiwa chini.
Exactly.
Ukijaribu kupandisha hiyo suruali unakumbushwa hapana, what did we agree? Suruali ikae chini. Ndio hiyo maintain hiki kitu.
Ndio endelee kukaa kazini.
Yeah.
There's let me give you a story. I've been employed twice.
Yes.
Twice. The first employment I had was after nimemaliza form 4.
Yes.
I was employed in a certain girls' school. Bro, I was in a girls' school. Yeah, can you believe it? I was given a job. Shout out to Mrs. Faith Kitonga. She's the one who gave me that job.
Yeah.
I was a storekeeper. And the first day nilingia store, I tell you, do you know funny thing is that is the only job I ever liked.
Yo.
Bro, niko store. That store had books. Books mingi sana.
Yeah.
So most of the time, if I'm not like dispensing things, I was reading the books in the store. No. Kuna time nasoma book ya high school, niko like, wait, this is a high school book that has all this information. And then the school had a laptop.
Yeah. Okay.
Hiyo shule ilikuanga na kalapi fulani ka HP. It was meant for the teachers. Ilikuwa wanafaa kuitumia to type exams.
Yeah.
But mi nikasema hapana. Hii lapi, I'll start using it.
There's more you can do with it.
Nilikuwa naanza kujifunza publisher.
Okay.
There. And then the funny thing is that over time nika realize, by the way job yangu haikuangi busy sana. So I used to like finish up my jobs haraka.
Yeah.
Narudi store. Naketi, nasoma. Yes. It was a good experience for me. The salary was 5k. But bro, umetoka form 4, wezi ringa juu ya 5k.
Yeah.
And that was a benchmark for me. That was employment. Ile employment naeza sema. And you see the lady, Madam Faith Gitonga, actually by the unajua after nimegraduate in 2019, she had the son paint a whole picture. I think it is in one of my TikTok videos. A whole portrait of me, and she gifted to me. Wow. An expensive art. Niko nayo kwa nyumba. Just because of, and like she's the one who really helped me with, first of all, understanding how employment is.
Yeah.
And for me nilikuwa najituma obviously. Ukijituma the better chances.
Yes.
I liked that employment. Second time was in Nanyuki bado. I was employed by another lady. Her name was Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel alini employ as a cyber attendant and a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, she was really insisting on you learning how to do stuff.
Yes.
Client alikuwa anakuja anasema anataka brochure. Najua di brochure inakaaje. YouTube.
Yeah.
She had given me the ability to use the internet. That's when nilikuwa anytime sina customer, I'm on YouTube learning how to design something like this.
Yes.
And you need by then, nilikuwa najua pressure ya life sina. So I have to do what is needed for me.
Yeah.
That employment period ya 4 months iliniokolea sana.
Yes.
I was able to understand entrepreneurship. I used to meet brokers every day.
Yeah.
And for me, I tend to think that employment is not your full-time. Like, it should not be your full-time thing in life.
It should be a stopover.
Yes.
As
you progress.
Yeah.
In employment, when I was employed in Nanyuki, kuna mzee alikuwa anaitwa Mwai. I've ever told you the story of Mwai.
Yeah.
Mwai is a broker. And I'm telling you, that guy can sell. Umse, he calls, yendo naitanga watu chief. I got that from him.
Yeah.
Alikuwa, you wonder the guy, anakaa Monday asubuhi. Anakama na photocopy documents, anaenda.
Yeah.
Friday amerudi na sijui ngapi. And then he used to like make a lot of calls.
Yeah.
I realized that there is a difference between being employed.
Yes.
And at the same time, you need to also understand that there is life beyond employment.
Yes.
Yeah? So this was a good benchmark for me. And from then on, nikasema, by the way, mimi siajiriwi tena.
The very first employment I ever got was in Thika. And that's where I really got an experience with big money, huge money. Because I was employed, shout out to my cousin, niye alinipea job ya kwanza. He deals, up to date, he deals with anauzanga gas, and he has these agents, the bank, Equity Bank, Cooperative, all those banks, and M-Pesa now. The very first time I saw 50,000 zikiwa zimeshikana.
50,000?
Mtu amewithdraw. Akahesabiwa hivyo, akapatiwa. Hizo ni zako. Is that your money, sir?
Umetoa wapi hiyo pesa yote?
Yes. Amewithdraw, akapatiwa. Now I saw how they were running that biashara. Leveling mahesabu jioni. Later on, they came to trust me now with the business. I was now doing that mahesabu for them. That's why I'm good with managing businesses and bookkeeping. That's where I learned it from.
You should tell them actually you have an event in 30th of November.
Yeah, we do. For businesses, that's something we're going to talk about as we close the episode. Now, it really got imprinted in my head how money works, first of all. How to balance hesabu. Money in, money out, profit. Stock taken, stock sold, what's the remainder? Anytime we want to increase a stock of something, I was knowing okay wame increase hii na hii kwa sababu hii na hii ilileta profit ya hii na hii, that's why wame increase hii product. Okay, ni product gani inaenda? Hii ndio imeenda sana, so we need to stock this as ina push hizi zingine zenye haziendi. Calculating and seeing some products are not going, so there is no need of stocking them again. So you get that business acumen. Iyo mambo za M-Pesa and all that, I understood how commission works. Working for commission, getting paid because of how many transactions you're doing, so it calls for you to do more transactions and to have kuna kitu naitangwa float kwa M-Pesa, and that's something that if kuna M-Pesa fulani wanajuanga haikosangi do, hata biashara zitakutrust, and that was the case for them. Up to date it's still the case for them. Like hiyo M-Pesa ikosangi float, like you want to withdraw to 300,000, ni M-Pesa fulani iko nazo, go withdraw there. They built that acumen for me in a very simplistic way of just exposing me to the business. The second employment I got ilikuwa kwa cyber cafe, and that's when I taught myself how to design websites using WordPress. Do you remember the nini I shared with you?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, the blog. You guys, I had once upon a time I had one of the biggest blogs in Kenya about music.
Ulikuwa mnoma sana.
Nilikuwa mnoma. Bahati akitoa wimbo, nimetoa nikaiandika kuihusu.
Let me give you a story on the same.
Yeah.
When WordPress was being used in Kenya,
yes,
kuna wase like DJs in Kenya, were among the first people to use WordPress to host their websites and host their mixes. Nilikuwa na, and I used to wonder, then do you know how they used to make money? Google ads.
Yes.
Ukienda kwa hiyo site ku download unajiuliza, download mix for free
aje,
how has this guy, kumbe ni traffic.
Yes.
By then like there's a DJ up to date, I tend to think me DJ mwenye nilionanga ni mnoma sana. First of all, the DJ I personally respect in Kenya is Joe Mfalme. Kuna DJ Lighter, the hot grabber master. Lighter, mimi nikiwa high school, that guy used to be Lighter. Angekuja mahali tumejasi wote.
Yes.
He used to do something like that. And I used to wonder, how do they create these websites?
Yes.
No, nika realize bad.
WordPress.
Let's go back to your story.
Now, that's when I learned WordPress, still in employment. Niliemployiwa na a guy called Kim. Ako mahali panaitangwa Murungaru. Murungaru is in my hometown.
Murungaru is in your hometown?
Yeah. I'm from Kinangop.
Kwa waru. Kwenye nasikia waru za 20 unakula siku 3.
I'm telling you, unakula unapea majirani aziishi. Boka ya 10 utakula mpaka useme sitaki.
Kuna place nilienda nikaitisha mchele na madondo. Inauliza msee, hii yote kwani ni buffet?
So now when I was there, I learned now the techie side of things. So now kule kwingine tulikuwa tunafanya hesabu za cash, vitabu kuandika, jioni make profit ya 50k, iko sawa. Huku kwingine mahesabu tunapiga na computer. There is a bookkeeping software called QuickBooks. Hii kitu iko connected na account za job.
Nashangaa
huyu mtu somehow uwezi muibia. Unajua there is that mentality ya employee, like boss na yeye kila kitu anaangalia. So I got introduced to QuickBooks, invoicing, all those things while still in employment. But I knew hii sio kitu yenye nataka kufanya. There was something in me telling me, hapana, you're not meant for this. So after a while nilitoka kwa hiyo job. Like job ilienda chini, he released me. Up to date he's still my friend. But he had a website. Yeye ndio alini encourage kujua okay, how do you create a website? Juko nayo. Alikuwa anafungua hapo, naona akiandika vitu hapo kwa CSS. Naona akiwa mnoma.
Anzo ukiona msee ameandika HTML, ameweka body alafu ameweka
body HTML brackets ni
alafu ameenda aka link CSS. Kidogo anaweka script unakuwa.
Kidogo ana create ka button unaweza click.
You pick up skills as long as you employed.
So from there I learned those skills while in employment. Got fired, or not really fired, got released. After a while nikatama kidogo, came to Nairobi, got employed again. Penye nilikuwa natengenezea simu. I got that skill ya kutengeneza simu, and now got exposed now to even more money. How big money moves. My boss alikuwa na chama, anatoa chama ya 10,000 kila wiki wewe. Unadhani mtu akutoa 10,000 kila wiki,
that's a lot anyway.
How much is he making to be flexible akutoa 10,000 per week? He's making a lot of money.
He's making a lot of money.
He introduced me to networks, not necessarily introducing me to them, but showing me how networks work. Like learning, okay, so you can be friends with someone who sells spares. You are a fundi, so anytime they find a person amenunua spare kwake, but they want someone to repair them, they refer you as the fundi. You as the fundi, you have someone anataka repair kitu, but you don't have the spare, so you refer them to the person. That networking, I learned that from him. And also he taught me how to behave in the city. He is the one who really modeled me to behave in the city while still in employment. Now those or zenye nimemention are the pros of being employed, at least the ones that I learned. The cons, unanga time yako. My friend, ulikuwa unafungua kazi saa moja, unafunga saa 3 za usiku,
and okay,
and you don't have any other option, kwa sababu if you don't kufungua hii kazi you'll be fired. Kuna watu wengine wanataka kazi, sio wewe peke yako. And that statement was being repeated. Like you were being told,
si wewe peke yako unataka kazi, so ukinisumbua you'll go home. Yeah, so number one, even though the pay and the finances are quote unquote secured, because you'll get your salary at the end of the month or at the end of the day kulingana na venye mnalipishana, you don't have your free time. The only free time I had ni Sunday. Now Sunday, what can you do? Sunday ilikuwa sasa, me personally, because I go to church, you have to think, will I go to church ama ni siku yangu ya kufua nguo, ama ni siku yangu ya kuconnect na marafiki. I did not have friends. When I was in employment, I didn't have friends. The people I was friendly with wenye tulikuwa tuna meet nao kwa kanisa, and that's it. Watu wenye tulikuwa tuna meet nao kazini, amwezi kuwa social, juu ni neighbor yako hapo kazini. You only communicate zile ngori zimeingia kwa kazi. Yeah, beyond that you can't connect, kwa sababu mtu mkiconnect, like tukitoka hapa tukifunganisha hizi vitu, we can decide tuende mahali, we have a cup of coffee and connect on other things. Huyo mtu you cannot connect beyond hiyo yenye mna relate nayo, beyond kazi. So you don't have your own free time, you're not flexible, you are held up, and you don't think of anything else apart from your kazi. I did not think of saving. Reason why, mshahara iko guaranteed until 2021 4th January saa 3:45 za usiku, na kulikuwa na curfew. That's when I was fired. Ulitumwa message?
Alinieka kanieka jioni, akakuja akaniambia there's something I want us to talk about. Nimeona nikurelease. And hata sikukasirika, sikujam, nilitoa tu funguo zangu za nyumba, nikatoa za kazi, nikamwambia thank you so much, it was fun, thank you, adios my friend. Juu nilikuwa napiga hesabu, okay, nikae hapa, sasa unataka niende wapi and all that, na kuna curfew ya Mutahi Kagwe ya nini
bro, umefanya kazi the whole day, unafayariwa jioni.
Yeah,
the person, okay.
Tulika hapo kwa shop beyond time yenye tunafaa kunini. Paka wote alikuwa anauliza, wewe nyinyi ndio mmebaki tu kwa hii nini, kwa hii shopping mall, simfunge muende nyumbani. Mimi nangoja boss akam. So he came, he fired me, we are still friends. The good thing is that after he fired me, we became friends, because nilitoka nje nikapata akili zangu, and now we are relating as entrepreneurs. Kama ningekuwa bado hapo kwake, and I thank God, wherever you are, my former boss, I salute you so much.
I mean, that's an interesting story. But coming to the topic of discussion, I think people have to understand that employment should really be a point for you to learn something.
It's like I said, it's a stopover.
It's a stopover.
Yes.
You get to pick up skills. Like maybe when I was employed, I was able to pick up skills in graphic design.
Yes.
I was able to pick up skills in even managing a business.
Yes.
In fact, immediately I finished Campo, nilifungua cyber cafe, because already I had learned how to actually use computers and use printers. Nilikuwa najua kama unataka kuprint kwa A4 ni hivi, kama unataka kuprint wedding cards ni hivi. I had all that acumen, business acumen in my head. And I think it's a high time people started prioritizing and taking employment as a learning experience.
Yes.
Ebu imagine, like I was there's this company I'm about to start working with, and I realized that almost all of them were in investment.
Yeah.
But instead of staying in investment for so long, waliamua tu hapana, wacha si tumejua vitu, si tufungue pia yetu.
Yes.
It's the same way that I tend to think that people should really be looking for mentorship, should really be looking for learning experiences when you're when you're in employment.
Yes.
As compared to freelancing, freelancing ni skill.
Yeah.
Kama huna skill mtu yangu, it's tough.
My friend.
Because like if literally, I was recently speaking in Dedan Kimathi University.
Yes.
And I was telling the students there that for you to begin freelancing, you need a digital skill.
Yeah.
Employment, you can have some papers.
Yeah, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, you can even be trained in the job.
Yeah.
But have you ever noted, let me give you a scenario here. Do you know nowadays it's even hard to get a job and as a volunteer?
Yeah. It is.
And I did some research and I realized that companies have realized it's very expensive to train unskilled people.
Yes.
So even if you're volunteering,
it's
going to be a cost for us.
Yeah.
We'll have to come and engage you in apana. Let's get people who have the skills.
Yes.
Bro, I find people struggling to get job opportunities.
Yes.
Just by the mere fact that you don't have the necessary skills. With employment, makaratasi zinaweza fanya kazi. Papers can actually work for you.
Yeah.
But when you look at freelancing, freelancing is a whole different approach.
Yeah.
Freelancing needs you to know how to do something, a craft. You've honed it.
Yes.
If it's operating cameras, you've honed it.
Yes.
If it's kazi yenye nani jemo ufanya, reels, you have to have honed it.
Yes.
Video editing, you have to have honed it.
100%.
And the funny thing is that you can even become a freelancer and you're still employed.
Yes.
Bro, sahi ukiweza ajiriwa, the company is going to tell you there's no need of you coming in the office.
Yeah.
Tutakutumia tu files.
Yeah.
You edit them out.
Edit them.
Tutumia. Employed, you can be employed, yes, and probably you're working remotely.
Yes.
But also remember, you're also working on an 8 to 5 basis.
Yes.
But with freelancing, that's why we are able to shoot our podcast today.
Yeah.
Kama ningekuwa employed, ningekuambia, bro.
Nimenyimwa ruhusa. Hakuna kitu uboka hiyo. Nimenyimwa ruhusa.
There's a chick I was dating.
Yeah.
Some time back.
Yeah.
And nilikuwa tu na feel tu hapana. This is not normal. Namuuliza, how do you work from Monday to Sunday? Alafu unalipwa how much? Monday to Sunday, you can imagine. She was earning 15K.
Yo.
So I approached her and told her, how about you do this? Just learn a few crafts. Learn a few skills zenye zinaweza kuset aside. In fact, I volunteered to teach her graphic design.
Yeah.
But if someone has the job mentality in their head,
hata kusoma inakuwa ngumu by the way.
Kumfundisha ni ngumu. Nilimwambia mtu yangu, wewe endelea kufanya job. And up to date, she's still there. That's the most interesting thing. And you see, employment, you're under someone.
Yeah.
It's not wrong for you to be employed. You can be the best employee.
Yes.
You can be that person who is among the top performing people in a company. But if you don't take it upon yourself to improve yourself and seek other opportunities, other opportunities including freelancing.
Yes.
Bro, freelancing, like for me, allows me to work wherever I am. Kama kesho natoka niende Nyeri.
Yes.
Niko na shughuli zingine, right?
Yeah.
But I can go to a hotel, open up my laptop
and work
from there for 2 days as I enjoy myself.
Yes.
Right? Kama, next week on Monday is my birthday.
Yeah. So I saw a notification somewhere.
I was born in November 4th, but this is a Monday where we celebrate birthday.
Yeah.
So waka ka weekend lazima niende niseme let me relax.
Yes.
I have worked. And these can only happen when you sit down and agree that in as much as I'm employed, I need something else.
Correct.
I've minimum a developer. Bro, a developer is being given 25 Gs. 25. So you tell the guy, bro, how about open to a LinkedIn profile and build a personal brand?
Yeah.
Just start talking about what you do.
Yes.
Anaanza. Anapata gig moja.
Yeah.
Anaambiwa ni 150K.
Yeah.
Anachapa.
Yes.
Then he's like very fascinated by it because you can imagine moving from 25K to 150K on a project.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell him, now, instead of one project now, think bigger.
Yeah. Think beyond this cap that you have put for yourself.
Think beyond this tiny cap that you've put for yourself.
Yeah.
But on that whole perspective of thinking about employment and freelancing, employment is not so sure. You're not so sure that you're always going to maintain a job. One day, unaweza kuja uniambia, like assuming you had employed me over here as a, let's say, sound engineer.
Yeah.
then nianze kukoroga.
Hey my friend, utakanyaga kubwa.
Unakanyaga, right?
Yeah, we replace you quick fast.
But now, assuming I am a freelancer, I'm so good at what I do. Hadi unaona umseni asset.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I tell people, that you are employed, yes. But it doesn't mean that you do your job bare minimum.
And now that's the problem with many people, like doing just what is required of you and going home.
Buda kama si, if ukiniongezea kazi ingine, ongeza chums.
Ongeza, and now that's the problem. People just working because of what the money is allowing them to work for.
Exactly.
And not necessarily how they are building themselves. Like unaitisha pesa ziongezewe bearing thinking that utakaa kwa hiyo kampuni. My friend, kuna time itafika, it is your skills zenye zitadetermine either utakaa kwa hiyo kampuni ama utakaa. Because boss atafika mahali aone anytime we want you to do something extra, you have to ask for more money. It's not a problem asking for more money, but you're not bringing more value.
Of course.
It's not an initiative. Unajua ingekuwa easy. Can you imagine with our team behind the scenes here, if one of them comes and proposes, we need to add another segment on EE PowerTalk, and this is how I need it to play out, or I want it to play out. He comes with it so good. Is there any problem if that guy says okay, and kwa hii kamshahara kidogo simtaniongezea kidogo, after I'm a present value? But now people in employment most of the time is pay me, I show you what I can do.
Of course.
Rather than let me show you what I can do, so that when I ask for what I'm asking for, it is justified. That employment mentality are like, mi nafanyanga chenye nalipangwa kufanya.
I think it's value first.
Yes, value first. If you don't present value first, even wewe kusoma, learning, it will be very difficult.
It's going to be a very difficult process for you.
Yeah. So now, when it comes to freelancing, there are also some cons with it. You have, first of all, to build a mental muscle of going out there.
Of course.
Freelancing, money will not find you nini. Haitakuja ikunokie kwa mlango.
Haitakuja ikupigie hodi, ikuambie shika.
Yes. In freelancing, you quit becoming the employee who mwenye amepata infrastructure iko, wewe ni kukaa chini na kufanya kazi. You become now the boss.
Sure.
You've become the boss such that everything else that you were not taking care of ukiwa umeajiriwa, you're the one who is taking care of. This company you've opened of freelancing, because freelancing is a company, even if you are the CEO, the cleaner, you are everything.
You handle everything.
It is still a company. You have to treat it as a company. When do you not after job? Usipotafuta job utapata job. You have to skill up, because there are many people doing the same thing that you're doing.
True.
So it is what you're providing is what will set you aside. That's why I don't tell people to like just quit because people are quitting. My friend, think about it first. What are you offering to the market, right? And the only reason that you are quitting is to come and make more money in freelancing. My friend, you'll be disappointed.
You will be.
Because if that's the only reason. If you're quitting a 9 to 5 to come and add more value to the market, money will follow you.
Of course.
Instead of having a wrong approach, nalipo hapa 30k na freelancing naweza fanya 150k. Utakuja ufanye 10k miezi ya kwanza 3. Uanze kuandika application nyingine ya kurudi kazi.
Uzeme hapana.
But assume you pulled out from the company, came provided more value to the company when you're outside. They'll pay you more.
Of course they will.
Because now umetoka from employee to now consulting.
And I think that's something people have to understand.
Yeah.
That's a whole shift that I think people have to put in their heads.
Yeah.
Me, employment, by the way, I'm not a person of employment. Juu mimi sipendi story ya ati, being employed, first of all, brings you, kuna kitu fulani Andrew Tate anasemanga matrix.
Yeah.
Where you wake up in the morning, you shower, then you come back.
A system. Yeah. Nika code.
Like freelancing, anyway, I like freelancing because, first of all, it gives you, quote unquote, you're able to become your own boss.
Yes.
At the same time, it gives you time.
Yes.
All right? Now, instead of being tied to being paid because of the time you spend in doing something,
yes,
you're paid according to how productive you are.
Yeah.
Bro, some freelancers you hear wanafanya kazi Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, actually, that's so profound. It's not about the time you use.
The time you spend.
It's the productivity.
Exactly.
Because many people are so busy and they are calculating the time.
Hakuna kazi anafanya.
Hakuna kitu unafanya. Yo.
There's a book called this one I always recommend that people read.
Yeah.
It's called Millionaire Fastlane.
Yeah.
By MJ DeMarco.
Yes.
MJ DeMarco has these three parts when it comes to wealth.
Yeah.
There's the side lane, there's a slow lane, and we have the fast lane.
Yeah.
A lot of people are actually in the slow lane and the side lane.
Yeah.
Where we think about saving. Bro, even if you are making 1 million Kenya shillings a month, you can't save your way.
You will not save your way to wealth.
Yes.
But you can invest your way to wealth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like if you look at something like freelancing means that you have to be readily learning. You have to be learning on a daily basis.
Yes.
You have to be improving on yourself.
Yes.
You have to be having a skill set. Like unakaanga tu hivi, you don't have a client.
Yeah.
Now you realize ni kunoma. So you have to get on social media and talk about
what you do. Yeah.
And I think that's really what people should be thinking about.
Yes.
Before you say that you're going to quit employment to become a freelancer. Freelancing is not that easy. Getting a job might be a task, but once you get it, uko sawa.
Yeah.
And my closing pointers will be that before you decide to go to employment, let it give you the chance to learn.
Yes.
If you want to become a freelancer, be ready to pay the price that comes with freelancing.
Yes.
The price is high.
Yes.
But the benefits you reap ni mingi. Skill set, time, having to spend countless nights creating content to get clients, learning new things, that is what you have to pay.
Yes.
Each and everything has a cost that you have to pay.
Yes.
But remember, at the end of the day, you have to be looking for something that improves your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I close, freelancing is a high risk investment. It's a high cost investment when you think about it. And the higher the risk, the higher the return.
Of course.
But there is a greater risk that has no return when you are committed to employment and you're not improving yourself. And we are not telling people to go tomorrow and resign. That is stupidity. Utakuja kwa daddy blessing akulipia bill, nitakuita mjinga ukiquit bila plan. If you quit without a plan, you're stupid. That's the word for you. So when you're quitting, make sure you're a high value person. Na high value person natusemi ni hizi za siku hizi. I have realized when I look in the mirror, I am a high value person. Okay, high value, what are you providing to the market? Because the market is the one that gonna decide. Yeah? Market ndio itasema either Elvis ni high value hiyo yenye anasema ama si high value yenye anasema. In freelancing, you get clients. In employment you get bosses and salaries. So there is a different mind shift. Ukitoka kwa employment tukuje freelancing, kuna kale ka entitlement tunaingianga nako. Nika kila mtu kuexpect kulipwa haraka juu hiyo kazi yenye umefanya. Utalipwa juu ya value yenye umeprovide to the market. Again, don't wait until it's too late to do that which you think and you believe highly that you can do in freelancing. If you have a value that you want to provide to the market, provide it. If you're one person who is not built for freelancing because it's not for everyone, and we don't advocate it for everyone, be a high value employee. 10x yourself.
Of course.
Make sure that each and every time unaenda kuambia HR, I need a pay rise, it's because you have provided value to the company first. Not going to ask for a pay rise without increasing the value first. Like kuna watu, I like something one of my mentors says, wanasema the people that provide least value to the company ndio wanakuwa wa kwanza kuitisha advance salary. Boss, hii mwezi kuna ka advance, unaweza nilipa date 12?
Kuna niongezea
ni kuamue nini kidogo,
kuamue bills.
Ni kuamue bills kidogo. Ukimuuliza what are you providing to the company? Like, boss, nimekuwa nikiingia mapema, kazi zangu nafanya. Okay, ukimaliza kazi zako, what else do you do to the company? Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Anakupea tu example mzuri. You see that lady in the corner office? She's the one who brought client ABCD. That's why our company was ranked better. You're like, okay. Na wewe unasema hapana, hawa wanatumiaga uchawi ndio maana wanapewa promotion. It is the value that you're providing to the company.
Exactly.
Be a good employee. before you start thinking of being a good boss.
Exactly.
And if you have the ability to do freelancing, the time to do freelancing is now.
Thank you. EE PowerTalk. I hope you've learned something. Employment, freelancing. Think about what you want as a person, and see you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode. My name is Daddy Blessing.
My name is Elvis.